welcome to my channel. I'm Jasmine and today I'm doing a Year Braidlock update. So it's the 18th, but I started my braids the 19th of April 2020, so it's been almost exactly a year, probably a year by the time I post this. And I just kind of wanted to do an update to share how my journey is going so far, how my hair is, how I've been finding it, and kind of what my hopes are for it. So yeah, I've written some notes on my laptop, so that's why I'm looking over here. But I started them really because, like lots of people, when we were in our first lockdown in the UK, I wanted to do something different. Lots of people were doing things with their hair and experimenting, and I thought that I would try something too. I've wanted to do locks for quite a while. Like, I first started thinking about it a few years ago and then kind of started and stopped thinking about it on and off. But I thought, I'll give it a go. The worst case scenario is that I just won't like it and I'll have to undo them or maybe cut off my hair. But I did as much research as I could at the time. I was looking on YouTube and online at the different styles of locks, the different ways of starting them, because I was also thinking of 2-strand twists and Sisterlocks as well. But I thought that Braidlocks seemed easier to do and would kind of be a bit more cost effective as well, so I decided I'd do those. What changes have I noticed? So, like I said, I started these with plaits, so they just look like basic plaits. Maybe I can insert a photo here of how they looked roughly after starting them. The main changes I've noticed is that some of them, you can't see all of them because some of them do look exactly the same. And as you can see, the ends of my hair are quite curly because if I take a couple of them, I didn't plait them right to the ends. So this one, for example, the plait ends about there, and this is just loose, curly hair, and most of them are like that. Some of them I did try and plait as far to the end as possible, but they've just kind of unravelled over time because my hair can be a little bit loose, so they won't stay as tightly. But some of them at the very bottom of my hair have started to thicken a bit, like this one. I don't know if you can see that. Sorry, the angle's a bit weird, but so that's just feels like a plait and it looks like a plait, but here it's kind of wrapped around itself and gone quite thick, but in a strange kind of way. So I don't know if it's just going to stay like that and then if the rest of the plait will do that too. But I've got a few of them and they are mainly at the bottom few rows of my hair. So I'm not particularly sure why that's the case when the front ones haven't done that at all. But maybe eventually they'll all do that. So yeah, a couple of them, I think it's called budding, have started to bud. So that might be an example of that. And then there are a few, if you see this one, there's a little knot at the end of it. And I've heard that when you get things like that, you're not supposed to pull it off, even though it could very easily pull off right now. I'll leave it because I assume that's part of the process. Yeah, but most of my hair looks pretty much the same as it did when I started it, which is a bit strange. But I knew when I started it that braids, the pattern takes longer to disappear than traditional locks or other forms of micro locks, so that's fine by me. I kind of like how it looks right now, and I'll just see how long it takes for them to actually start locking. So my routine for taking care of my hair isn't really very in-depth. I basically just wash it and interlock it. So I wash my hair every week. Sometimes I leave it a little bit longer if I feel I can, but I don't really like to leave it too long without washing it, especially when it looks dry or just doesn't feel that great, because I guess I have quite an active lifestyle, so I like to work out every day, so sweat and things contribute to building up, so I like to wash my hair as frequently as I can, which I know isn't necessarily good before your hair's locked, but it's just something I haven't quite gotten over yet. So yeah, when I wash my hair, I just do 2 shampoos. I don't use conditioner because in my research it seems that before your hair's locked, conditioner might kind of defeat the purpose of locking your hair, because the point of conditioner is to detangle your hair and you don't really want your hair to detangle. So yeah, this is the most recent shampoo that I've been using, African Pride. Shea Miracle sulfate-free detangling shampoo. But I use quite a few brands, to be honest, just whatever looks right and seems right, and that all kind of works the same for me. Like I also have Garnier Sheer Moisture shampoo. But yeah, no conditioner, which I always feel like I need to add conditioner, but I haven't. I don't think, maybe only once or twice since starting my Locs. So in the past year, I've just been relying on shampoo, and that's kind of been fine for me. But it also means that I'm not really getting as much moisture in my hair, which is a bit of a problem because I do suffer from dry scalp a lot of the time. So I'm kind of still trying to look for ways to regain that moisture without the detangling factors, and oil has been the main source of that. So I usually use coconut oil, usually after washing my hair, but I don't do that every week, but I probably should. And interlocking, I do that more or less every other month, or like, so it's 6 to 8 weeks that I think you're supposed to do it. And for the majority of my Braidlocs journey so far, it had been that long that I'd left it before interlocking it. I've had it professionally done throughout the hairdressers once, but that's really just because of the lockdown, or I probably would have done it more times at the hairdressers because it's a bit of a chore, or at least with my arms it's a bit of a chore. But this is what I use to interlock it. This is my interlocking tool. Yeah, I was kind of interlocking most of my hair yesterday after I'd washed it so it was as clean as possible. But yeah, I don't like to leave interlocking too long, just because I'm not a big fan of like the leave out and when there's a bunch of loose hair at the roots, because I have noticed my hair has been growing faster since doing these locks, which was another reason that I wanted to do them, because I just really want to have long hair and I don't always want to get extensions in order to achieve that. But yeah, because I only interlock my hair, I don't like retwist it or do any of the other retightening methods. This is like quite secure, so I don't find that my hair is undoing after washing it or anything. So it stays tight for a decent length of time. It's just tempting to always have it as tight as possible, which I need to kind of get over as well, otherwise I might be hindering the process. But now that things are opening up again, like hairdressers and things, I'm probably gonna try and do a retightening at the hairdressers in the next few months, just so I know that a professional has done it properly, because it's quite easy to miss out 1 or 2 plaits when you're doing it yourself and you can't see the back of your head. But I try to just section it first and then feel around for it, really. So my struggles and challenges, if you could call them that, I have got a few, I guess, but not too many. I already mentioned build-up and dryness, so yeah, you would think by now that I've kind of found the balance between moisturising my hair regularly but also preventing build-up, but I haven't quite worked that out yet, so I'm going to try and find some more moisturising things that are lock friendly and update when I find something that works well for me. The pandemic and lockdown has really just been a problem because of not being able to go to the hairdressers, even if I wanted to do like a consultation, just so I could make sure that a professional is seeing my hair and how it's going and that I'm doing everything correctly, and just to get some advice, let alone like a retightening. That's been a slight challenge, I guess, but yeah, like I said, now that they're opening again, hopefully I'll be able to go to the hairdressers. And I guess one that isn't, that I feel like a lot of people with locks might face, or if they're like me and a bit self-conscious, is what do other people think of my hair? Like, do people judge me because of it when I meet new people, especially in an area where there aren't a lot of people with my type of hair in the first place, let alone locks, which is kind of the case here. I'm in Sheffield. It's kind of like something that is on my mind a fair bit of the time, which is annoying because I do like my hair. I think it looks nice, and I'm kind of quite satisfied with it, but I do think, do people still have stereotypes and preconceptions about locks and about people who have hair like mine? But I think just as I'm learning to embrace it, I'll kind of get over that, because I haven't had any like negative interactions with people saying things about my hair or anything. It's just me internalizing those thoughts. And did I look better before? Does this actually suit me? Do I look okay with it? Did I look better when I just had my loose natural hair? Do I wish I had left my hair as it was? How will I look in another year's time? Like, I am a bit worried that it will fully lock, it will start growing, but I won't like it, it won't suit me, it won't look how I thought it would, or it will completely change from how it looks right now. So that is kind of a worry for me, but I guess only time will tell, and worst case scenario is that I'll just start over again. And regrets, specifically for starting Braidlocs and how I've done it, would be, should I have started the braids smaller and done them a bit more neatly? So if you can see, if I like hold a few up, they're a decent size. Like, they're not super small, but they're not thick. You know, they are micro locks, but from what I've seen online of other people's, they do tend to be a little bit smaller. I guess I was kind of in a rush to start them because this was just the first time that I plaited them. I didn't plait them, then undo them and redo them again. Similarly with the parting, you can see that I've got a middle parting here and I've got a side parting somewhere. If I... Hang on, I don't know where it's gone. Nah, I've got a side parting which is not going to stay. But the rest of my hair isn't really parted that neatly. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of just a bit all over the place. Some of it is neatly done, mainly at the fronts of my hair, but like the middle and back, I didn't do like a nice, neat parting. What's it called? I don't remember. But yeah, I didn't really focus heavily on that, and I kind of wish that I had have, just so that when they do start properly locking and growing, they can just stay neat for longer, and it would have made interlocking my hair a bit easier as well. So if you are looking to start Braidlocs, I would recommend doing a decent parting system, just to make your life a little bit easier and to be happy with the size, because it wouldn't have taken too long for me to undo them and redo them again, but I think I'm okay with them, and hopefully when they lock they don't get too thick, because I kind of like the idea of having fairly small locks. Yeah, I said that I was thinking about starting Sisterlocks instead, and I do kind of see people with Sisterlocks and I'm like, oh, those look so nice and neat and easy to maintain. I wish maybe I could have done that instead, but it's just kind of probably part of the process, comparing myself to others and having these little regrets, but at the end of the day I'll just see how my journey goes and hopefully be completely content with it. But yeah, that, and whether I'm just doing this right, like the maintenance, locking it, washing my hair, moisturising it, styling it, day-to-day things, whether I'm doing it correctly. But it's a process and I'm getting there. I think my hair feels quite healthy. I think I'm doing a decent job, but all I can do is improve, really. So all of my regrets and challenges and struggles are just things that I think I'm just going to get over and get more comfortable with as time passes on. And I think I am getting there. And finally, my hopes for my hair and my braidlock journey, now that I'm a year in and probably have a bit of time to go before I'm at the stage that I want to be at, would be embracing my hair, which I've basically just been talking about, getting to a nice length. You know, I think I will be quite content when my hair reaches like here, which might take a while. But yeah, this would be my ideal length. So what's that? Just below my collarbone, past my shoulders. Yeah, being able to tie it up into like a high ponytail, because when I tie it, if I tie it low, like this, these parts stick up, and if I do a high ponytail, it just looks like a pineapple. So hopefully I can get a nice length so that I can have a bit more versatility with hairstyles and things. And also I want to dye my hair. I don't know if you can tell, but my hair's kind of red. In December I dyed it using like a semi-permanent dye, but I like to use a permanent dye, or like do a professional dyeing once they've locked into like maybe a honey brown colour is my ideal, I think. So yeah, that's another hope, that I'll be able to do that and just kind of get more used to trying out different things. But yeah, I think that's all that I wanted to cover, all I wanted to talk about. I'll be happy to answer any questions that people have in the comments below, and I'll probably just do more updates as I go, and more specific videos to maybe my routine if anyone's interested in that, and maybe me interlocking my hair, a more in-depth video if that would be useful. I'm just going to turn around so that you can see how the back of my hair looks, if this works. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, so most of my hair goes down a little bit. So that one goes fairly low, I guess. That's just like the bottom of my hair. But yeah, so that's my hair length. This is what they look like. I'll insert some photos probably throughout the video, or maybe do a little slideshow in a separate video. But yeah, I think that was all I wanted to cover. I hope this was useful in some ways. Like I said, I'd be happy to answer any questions people have, or to do more videos on specific aspects of my braidlock journey. And good luck to anyone else who has started or is planning to start a lock journey. I hope that you like it and that it goes well for you. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!